You're not stupid, you're just not rich. It's something I saw online recently and I want to share my personal story. Hope it will help you with your imposter syndrome too, or if you feel like you're not good enough. When I was 16, I started studying for the SSAT and TOEFL because my mom suddenly had this idea that I should try American boarding school. I was coming from the #1 public high school in Zhuhai, a tier 2 city in China, and literally no one around me was on this path. Like I still have these farewell letters that my classmates wrote me wishing me to do great things in America. I first went to Shenzhen and Hangzhou for prep classes because those programs didn't even really exist in Zhuhai. I still remember walking into my first class and being handed this huge book of SSAT for English vocabulary. SSAT vocabs, if you don't know, are harder than SAT vocabs. The words were so long and so complicated, it felt like I had landed in another planet. But the kids around me, many a year or two younger than me, already knew what they were doing. They understood American schools, they understood extracurriculars, essays, interviews, and the whole system. Meanwhile, I had only learned this game even existed like a month or two ago. I felt extremely behind, so every second I got on the bus in between classes, I was memorizing words and trying to catch up. The only breaks I gave myself were lunch and dinner time, where I will watch one English TED Talk while eating. When the TED Talk ended, I knew I needed to hurry up and finish my meal so that I could get back to studying. Eventually, I tested into a top 20 American boarding school in Massachusetts. But when I got on that campus by myself, the same feeling of falling behind happened all over again. It wasn't even falling behind. It was like landing in a complete foreign environment, trying to figure out how to even survive in English first, while the other students who are local were joining clubs, building resumes, thinking about which Ivy League schools to tailor their application to. I eventually tested into another top 20 US university and launched my career in data analytics in the US. And 13 years later, I received my green card and can chase my next dream in this once very foreign country. Looking back, I wish I could tell my 16-year-old self that you were not behind. You were just being uprooted again and again from one game to the next. Every time you felt clueless, lost, and behind, you were actually learning how to reinvent yourself. You were entering a new world where everyone else seemed to already know the rules because they had been trained for that game basically their whole life. But you were learning the rules in real time. And with every new chapter, you were becoming more adaptable, more observant, resilient, and more skilled than you ever realized. If you're living in a foreign country, speaking a second or third language every day, building a life, finding a job, and maybe even convincing a company to sponsor you while hiring locally would have been cheaper, that is incredibly impressive. You're not stupid, you're not behind. So please never doubt whether you belong in the room. If you made it there, you deserve to be there. Because if you truly didn't belong, you wouldn't have gotten this far. I'm Yo-Yo, helping you navigate a life between worlds. Follow for more.